When you walk past a group of 5th graders and there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Go to school. Or draw 25. 10-year-old me. Teacher, the test isn't that hard. The test. The arrows lie. Don't follow them. Teacher, write true or false. Student. Teacher. You're almost 22. You should have learned about taxes in high school. First of all, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Begin school with many pence. Leave school with nothing. Aliens. Make a system entirely around brainwashing kids into becoming wage slaves. Allow rampant bullying from students and staff, with no consequences. Nourish anybody who tries to do anything about it, and cut off all outside support. Why 20 student suicides and a mass shooting per year? Me on break, finally going to get a good night of sleep. Homework. Me asking my classmates at 3 AM if they have studied for the test. Do homework after school. Play games after school. School bathrooms be like. POV. You see your friend in another class. Professor, does anyone have any questions? Me, can you repeat the part of the stuff where you said all about the things? The class of 2023. Thanks guys. So long, partner. School photographers be like. Give me a little smile. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, perfect. No personal electronics during school. Me. To kinds of people when going back to school. When there's a group project, but you do all the work. Alan, and Alan. First day of school. Alright everyone, we're going to start the year with some icebreakers. When you're chilling, and suddenly remember you have an exam tomorrow. Chilling stressfully. Me imagining myself rich, famous, and successful after I studied for 3 minutes. Me telling my mom how my day was at school. My mom who received a text from the school saying I didn't go. Using etc. because there are too many examples. Using etc. because you don't know any more examples. My first graders finding out I don't actually live at school. Me preparing for the test. The questions on the test. Your homework consists of 3 questions. The homework. When your mom gets you dressed for your first day of school. Teacher, have a good spring break guys. I hope you all complete your project when you come back. Students, please say psych. Everyone, shouldn't you be studying? You have exams to worry about. Me, it's so hard to care when you're this relaxed. Rich kids with a 2.5 GPA and a 900 SAT showing up at Harvard. When you're almost done picking teams in PE. Teachers after breaking a student's phone. Teachers after a student breaks their phone. Taking exam. Me, hey brain. Remember studying this stuff? Brain, yeah we totally studied that. Me, awesome. So what's the answer? Brain. I forgot to my homework. Panic. I just finished all my homework. Calm. The teacher asks for the homework that I didn't do. Panic. My teacher telling me to read the question again because I don't understand it. Me, my goodness. What an idea. Why didn't I think of that? How it feels when your best friend is absent in the class. Me, 2 seconds into studying. My brain. Hocus pocus. You've now lost your focus. Parents when a game costs $60. Parents when a 2-day vacation costs $1,999. Comes home excited to share stories from school. Parents turn the conversation into a lecture. Tomorrow I'm going to wake up early and study. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. Albert Einstein. Me ignoring my 192 pages of homework. Infinite IQ. When you look at your test and realize you know absolutely nothing. I'll study next week. I'll study tomorrow. I'll study in a few hours. I'll study at school. Me adding nevertheless in my essay for a little razzle dazzle. When you try to understand chemistry. Me calculating the bare minimum I can do on my final to pass the class instead of just doing my final. Friend, you free to play right now? Me who got 5 homework due and 3 tests to study for tomorrow. Yeah, I've got time. Me, I have to stop procrastinating and do all of this work. Me 5 minutes later. When the teacher leaves the cursor on the play bar so it can't disappear, move the mouse. Teacher, what comes before 47? Quiet kid, me. When you hear your friends arguing after the exam, whether the answer was 16 or 16.5, but your answer was Bolivia. The entire class. That kid who tries to waste time by asking personal questions to the teacher. Professor, what inspired you to write this essay? Me, the due date. Cramming for midterms the night before. Studying a few days ahead of time. Studying every day and paying attention to class. Not studying at all. Me starting my first semester of college versus me starting my last. Me, I'll do it at 6. Time. 6:05. Me, wow, looks like I gotta wait till 7 now. When it's the last week of class and you realize you've done nothing all semester. How I feel about math? I don't even know what I don't know. High school teacher. College professors won't be as laid back as I am. College professor, I'm cancelling class just because, so take the quiz I posted online. Question 1. Do you pinky swear that you watched the CC video? Yes. No. Don't procrastinate. Or draw 25. Everyone. Me at the start of the term versus me now. When you're studying and a strong wind blows you to Netflix. 9-year-old me, after I turned my notebook by 3 degrees and discovered the ability to write at light speed. Now we'll find out who's been keeping me from writing. Karen parents, shooter games turn kids into school shooters. The quiet kid playing Splatoon. Pathetic. Me, I'm scared of tomorrow's test. Also me. Teacher, never mind guys, it's not due today, you can bring it tomorrow. Me, oh. Me finding out my crush from high school is dating someone else. I haven't talked to them in years. Friend, hey, did you finish that 6-page essay due last night? Me. That one kid in the school cafeteria be like. Word problems be like. How much pizza do you want? Customer. My English teacher wording the assignment wrong, so I have to start all over again. Me. Maths teacher leaving the school permanently. Me and my gang. Others. One day before exam, I become the most religious person on earth. Me just trying to get to class. Random high schoolers on campus tours. Me in school. Microsoft Excel. Me with a white collar job. Microsoft Excel. Maths has the best introduction to the worst subject. Change my mind. Study for exam. Expectation. Reality. Me when I pull up to my friend's graduation party and see people I don't like. No one. That one annoying kid that sat next to me. Grass grows, birds fly, the sun rises, and brother, I hurt people. I may force of nature. If you were from where I was from, you'd be ducking dead. One of the best and worst day of the week. School. Sunday evening. When did the class clown go too far? My classmates' reactions after I tell the teacher that I still don't understand the concept after he explained for the 3rd time. You sound totally retarded. Teacher walking on roads. Others. Me. college, a cycle, new semester, syllabus day, during class, group projects, midterm grades, finals week, semester ends, middle break. Me standing outside Barnes and Noble trying to decide if I should purchase books for my last semester of college. During exams, my brain. Correct answer. Semester starts today and teaching assistant posts assignments already. Students. My teacher accidentally calling me daddy. Me accidentally calling my teacher mom. Me waiting for my favorite teacher to notice me so I can show her something that I spent 2 days on. Be like. The research idea, the funded project. When the villain in the movie has a PhD, viewers without a PhD they are just saying he's a smart villain. Makes sense. Viewers with a PhD grad school and academia drove him to madness. Makes sense. My advisor reading my thesis drafts. Me as a teaching assistant reading student papers. Me, my mentor from undergrad. My current principal investigator. This is what you give me to work with. My student, submitting an assignment without having done the reading. Me, grading it, also having not done the reading. Too many authors to cite. No problem et al. Industry, make 6 figures in a year. Grad student, make 6 figures overnight. Figure 6. Gonna get this degree When you thought that the corporate world was exploitative, struggling master students, universities, is this cheap labor? Reading all the assigned readings, only reading what you can use for your assignment. Applying to grad school, actually going to grad school. Experiencing a moment of happiness, the grad student is immediately consumed with guilt. Actually reading all the scientific papers you downloaded, spending hours downloading more that sound interesting. The 5 years of grad school are the same as the 5 stages of grief. Change my mind. Me, I'm just gonna highlight the important parts. Also me. My squid nap is returning me after listening to me talk about my research for 2 hours. Me, submits my groundbreaking dissertation work. Journal. Best I can do is desk reject. Teen TV shows that I'm way too old for and have already seen 5 times. Me, 3 weeks away from my thesis deadline. Me every time reading a scientific paper. Why? Oh, that's why. Academics seeing the needs and still forcing their students to work and do research. When you did nothing all week and your advisor asks to see the progress you've made, shall I describe it to you? Me trying to start a conversation with undergrad students. How do you do, fellow kids? First year of PhD, I'm stupid. A stupid little girl with stupid dreams who never learns. Final year of PhD, I'm a slow learner. It's true, but I learn. First year grad student, with all the classes, assignments, lab work, coding, reading, and writing. When do I get to have time for hobbies, family, and friends? Grad school. That's the neat part, you don't. My dissertation. Do you think a depressed person could make this? My dissertation. No. When you start using a review paper to mine sources. I finally found it. After 15 years. The scroll of truth. Your research won't do itself. Me. Nien. If you do not study, you will end up like him. Shut up man, I'm in grad school. The abstract. The rest of the paper. The research project my advisor is expecting. My project. The fall of civilization. Me trying prepare to teach in a week. I may fail grad school. I may drop out of grad school due to burnout from my project and dissatisfaction. I'm considering retiring from academia due to creative differences between myself and the respective parties. Through research, I have learned terrible truths no mind was meant to know. The knowledge must never be published and must die with me. Most people. Sunday fun day. Grad students on Sunday. Working on my thesis. This is brilliant. Literally anything else. But I like this. Me. Productive day of research. Emails. Me. Look what I discovered. Professor, we discovered. I study and perform well under pressure. Me under pressure. A paper my university doesn't have access to. Me. I don't want to reference you anymore. When you receive a question during your talk, that's a very good question. My advisor. How have you been? Me. Oh, about as good as anyone can be right now. My advisor. So, but, me. No, not at all. High self-esteem. Low self-esteem. Ferb. This one's looking at both of us at the same time. Grad student. Chattering. When you have an existential crisis, but only for 5 minutes, because you don't have time and need to get back to your research. When you started off as a child who everyone praised for being smart and now you're just disappointingly dumb. Oh yeah, it's all falling apart. Me 1 hour before my one-on-one meeting versus me the rest of the week. Someone asked my professor the difference between affect and effect and he said, honestly I have no clue. I have a PhD and wrote my entire dissertation without using either word. Just try and avoid it at all costs. My students emailing to complain about their grades 0.00173 seconds after they are posted. My advisor waiting 20 days and counting to reply to an email about my dissertation. Accidentally closed a browser with 20 plus tabs opened. This must be what the scholars of Alexandria felt when their great library burned. Reading the abstract. Reading the actual publication. Me, barely doing A-lit research. My manuscript. To the best of our knowledge. Graduate programs Cupid response equals maintaining same term structure, but getting rid of holidays. The media. Potential Cupid surge may happen as students travel on spring break. Grad students. Spring break? I don't know her. Spending 3 hours studying and being productive. Spending 3 hours procrastinating, and then crying about not having enough time to study. Realizing that industry doesn't care about publications. Years of academy training wasted. Me reaching the end of the page, but realizing I was daydreaming and didn't actually read it. The scariest things on earth. The dark. Clowns. Sharks. Serial killers. Doubt. Graduating grad school without a plan for what comes next. Grad students have plenty of support and time to meet all requirements. Reading a book a week for each class. Half a year institutional review board approval. Advisors who take months for feedback. Working as a teaching assistant and an instructor. Poverty level stipend that doesn't match rapid inflation. Not being a wealthy young man with a housewife whom the system was designed for. Me proposing a project on a subject I'm not familiar with. I'm going to jump. My advisor. Do a flip. Writing the first draft. Reading the draft the next day. When I'm cutting to make a journal's word limit. Me think. Why waste time say a lot word when few word do trick. Me showing up to the lab Monday morning after taking the weekend off. I'm on 6 beta bulkers and a large iced coffee. I have no idea what I'm here for. Me in the evening after spending the whole day procrastinating and writing maybe 2 useful sentences. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Me to my supervisors when I need the university to give me more money. I'm once again asking for you to say nice things about me. Me doing whatever the duck it is I do. My advisor who's just entered the lab. Me to younger students when they struggle with starting to do research. Oh dear, gorgeous. Me to myself when I struggle with my research. You ducking donkey. The perils of research. Collecting data. Screening and cleaning. Me at the beginning of holiday break. Me at the end of holiday break realizing I didn't get anything done. Grad students in meeting with their professor or professors who expect them to work with full efficiency in a ducking pandemic situation. Going into the final semester of grad school. Current objective, survive. When they kept saying stay in school, so you end up doing a PhD. It's been 84 years. Objects in mirror are closer than their peer. Me not even in grad school yet. Objects in mirror are closer than their peer. Grant applications. Look at me, I'm a grad student. I'm 30 years old and I made $600 last year. Don't make fun of grad students. They just made terrible life choice. Do you ever feel like you don't deserve to be in grad school? Yeah, it's called imposter syndrome. People in high pressure environments often feel like they don't deserve to be there. It's perfectly normal. What if those people have imposter syndrome, but you're just an imposter? The job market when leaving university, after being told by boomers I had to get a degree. I bet he's thinking about other women. Why is it called research if this is the first time I'm searching? POV, you entering your 6th year after you told everyone last year was your final year. I'll duck and do it again. Me after getting my 7th attempt at a paper rejected. I just took a long look at myself and I don't think this science thing is gonna pay off. References within the article I'm reading. Me. The article I'm reading. This dog is trained to sniff out procrastinating grad students. Me every day when I sit down to write. I'm tired of writing thesis and pretending it's a useful thing to do. That's too damn bad. Me when a new cohort of grad students starts in my lab. Oh boy, here I go giving bad advice again. The existential dread of having the literal answer to a homework question right in front of you, but not writing it down because you don't understand it. When you feel fancy, but are a poor grad student. Academic journals. Me. It's just you, me, and this paywall you built between us. Me asking for a letter of recommendation years later. I'm back. Beating yourself up over your lack of progress on your dissertation because of crippling anxiety and depression. Forgiving past you, developing healthy coping habits, and celebrating little steps forward. When you're assigned a teaching assistantship outside of your field, I have no idea what I'm doing. When 2 of your advisors decide it's time to call the thesis because they're retiring and won't be paid, after watching you not receive a single dime for the entire project. The beautiful land of grant applications. I was heading to a golden land of opportunity, but I ended up in grad school instead. First week of grad school versus 2 years later. Me, not understanding my dissertation data. My advisor, also not understanding my dissertation data. Laziness. Random motivation at 2 in the morning. More laziness. Me explaining my doctoral research. The new master's students. Going to school in between Thanksgiving and Christmas break feels like the last lap in Mario Kart where the music is all fast and gets really stressful. A softly worded email from my advisor. Me this week, avoiding writing my dissertation. I've decided to give up on my goals and put all that energy into napping. Mom, it's me. Hi honey. Tell me, what's new? My paper was rejected. I said tell me what's new. My advisor answering an email within a week. My advisor expecting me to respond to emails within 3 to 4 hours. Lecturer, this assignment is really straightforward. The assignment. Me applying for masters, right after I finish my bachelor's. No question about it. I'm ready to get hurt again. Someone, I heard that you got into grad school. You must be smart. Me. And there I'm afraid the answer is no. When you messed up the exam, but at least it's over. Me trying to enjoy the weekend. Monday. Me, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Me when tomorrow comes. Me looking at myself on FaceTime while the other person is talking. Doing homework at 3 AM. What is extreme sport? Doing your homework while teacher is collecting it. What is 5Q plus 5Q? 10Q. You're welcome. When only one friend score 90 in the group. Public enemy number 1. Class 10. You will study this in 11. Class 11. You already learned this. Me. Interview. Just imagine. You are on the 8th floor. It caught fire. How will you escape? It's very simple. I will stop my imagination. When the teacher says, I've completed the syllabus, so I'll take a test tomorrow. After coming out of the principal's office, me, my friends. When you have to teach yourself in a class because the teacher is useless. 5 hours of using mobile. 5 minutes into studying. Dad, why are you not studying? Son, because of festival. Dad, what festival? Son, Amazon Great Indian Festival. Father, son. Me, during whole lecture, when attendance is going on. Present sir. When you complete your assignments overnight, and teacher is absent on the day of submission. When you use 100% of your brain. Me giving presentation in class, my friend. When teacher is so friendly in class, when she doesn't give enough marks in tests. Entire class, answer is 53. Me, answer is 37. Teacher, he is right. Entire class. Mop, if you wake up early, you will feel fresh and energetic. Me, early morning. Husband got shocked while reading his wife's school report card. Very obedient and soft-spoken student. I was not a university topper, but today all university toppers are my employees. Bill Gates. This is the only reason I don't top in exams. When you bunk school and see your teacher at the mall. Me giving exam. Online. Offline. Me, would you nourish me for something I did not do? Teacher. No. Of course not. Me, but because I did not do my homework. Teacher. Me. Me in class taking a picture of the board that I know I will never look at again. Me in face to face. Me in chat. No one. Me, trying to cover the complete syllabus a night before exam. When there is a fight in school on the day I was absent. Actual fight. How my friend describes. Me, I study better at nights. Me at 10 PM. Me calculating my age. People born in 2000. My reaction. When my best friend shout the wrong answer in class in full confidence. What actually happened in principal's office. How I tell my friends. Finishes exam half hour early. Me, should I recheck it? Brain. Finally, Sleep Academy. I found a perfect academy for me. When you realize that you can't steal pens in online classes. When the test has an easy question, but it seems too easy. When you and your best friend are in different classes. That moment, when your bestie gets scolded from teacher, not because of her fault, but because of your fault. When teacher throws you, and your friend's out of class and principal is on round. When I see my teacher in public. That moment, when teacher is beating students for not doing the homework, and you're next. Teachers in normal class. Stop talking. Teachers now. Please guys say something. When you use 100% of your brain. What gives people feelings of power, money, status? You answered the question the whole class can't answer. When I say a correct answer, the class. Effects of online class. Civil engineer be like. My teacher told me, sit up properly cause this is not your house. Me, now tell me. Many children get low marks because of this mark. When someone says maths is easy subject, me. Principal watching it from window, me making noise in class. 8 hours playing video games, 1 hour online class. Are you the new English teacher? Yes, I are. How is your maths class? Me. Watching Chinese movie without subtitles. When a teacher gets absent and substitute maths teacher does not take class. The class. When you had done civil engineering from online classes. Me. Trying to do something useful in lockdown. Online classes. Class monitor. English teacher won't come today, so we have free period. Maths teacher. When I see my teachers in public. Me. Teachers. Teacher, you can't breathe underwater. Me. Male teachers. Pick one. In front of students. Pick two. In front of female teachers. My reaction. When I solve a maths problem on board in class. Maths. Me. In exam hall. On Instagram. Ask me a question. Type something. This guy is going for higher studies. When you know the correct answer, but it's a 10 marks question. I created Microsoft. We created Google. I created Facebook. I created Apple. I created account in all of them. Going to school. Coming back to home. Never skip English classes. Computer, press any button to continue. Me, presses power button. Computer. This is how I feel when attending class after the lunch period. School life. Most irritating moment. Morning alarm. Most difficult task. Finding socks. Most lovely time. Meeting friends. Most dreadful journey. Way to class. Most tragic moment. Test in first period. The happiest news. Teacher is absent. When you mistakenly enter in a wrong classroom. Whole class. Central Board of Secondary Education reduced 30% syllabus for 2020-21 for class 9th to 12th. Me and my boys who still won't study rest 70%. Me, yo brain, we studied this yesterday. What's the answer of this question? Brain, I'm in love with the shape of you. Despacito, so baby pull me closer. Physics would have been much easier if tree had fallen on Newton's head instead of the apple. When teacher calls you to write an answer on bulk board, but suddenly bell rings. Maths teachers be like, okay guys, one last example before we drown. Question 5. 5.1. Study the table below before answering the questions. We salute this genius. When the teacher asks a question and you're trying to avoid eye contact. Going to school. Coming back from school. How our teachers feel when they sign our copies. When everyone says that you'll fail in 2 to 3 subjects, but you prove them wrong and fail in all subjects. My face when mom wake me up at 6 AM, saying it is 9 AM already. When you come to school, nothing happens. When you don't come to school for one day, maths teacher absent. Extra games period. Student was fighting with the teacher. Free food. When it's been 3 seconds since the bell rings, but math teacher is still teaching. Whole class. My brain while playing a game. My brain during exams. My brain recalling all the cringe things while sleeping that I did in the past. Online classes are like an episode of Dora the Explorer. The instructor asks a question, waits for like 10 seconds, then answer it themselves and moves on. People learn from mistake. Most people learn in school. So school is a mistake. How to do math. Step 1. Write down the problem. Step 2. Cry. Class ends at 5 p.m. Backbenchers at 4:45 p.m. Me waking up from my 15 hours sleep and thinking of sleeping again, but I'm afraid of my mom. Me answering multiple choice questions in the exam. Hi, your assignment has not been submitted yet. Email your assignment. Sir, I have network problem. That's your problem. Sir, I have mailed my assignment. Hope you have received it. I haven't it received yet. That's your problem. Your parents force you to enroll in a school program. The first question on the application is, why are you interested in joining the program? Online school be like. In terms of organization, we have no organization. POV. You just opened a bag of literally anything edible in class. When you're doing a really long maths question and everything starts cancelling out. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. Math tests be like, if there are 3 apples and you take away 2, what is the mass of the sum? A. 1. B. 1.989 times 10 to the power of 30 kilograms. C. 3. D. 5. The question. A. 66. B. 12. C. 48. D. 76. My calculator. 14. Me. It's 12 then. How taking tests during online school is like. Students. Teacher saying do not open any tabs other than the test. You don't understand the maths. Panic. Someone else answers and you instantly copy it and get it right. Calm. The teacher asks you you're working out. Panic. POV. You're my knowledge of maths after getting my qualification for it. My brain. When the teacher says to turn on our cameras but nobody does and ignores her. 8's together strong. Me enjoying my weekend. Teachers giving homework. Me enjoying my weekend. Teachers giving homework. Duck. Students when the 60-year-old supply teacher tells them to stop talking. Oh no. Anyway. Too much electronics are bad for you. Online learning for 7 hours. Schools. Society. Men can only do one thing at a time. Me. Who playing video games. Watching anime. Chatting on Discord and still understanding what the teacher is explaining. Observe. When you're lying in bed and suddenly remember that you have homework. My little sister giving a Zoom presentation. Me. School bully who don't admit that he's bully. Do you trust me? Teachers. With every cell of my body. Online class in a nutshell. I fear no man. But that thing. Google Classroom. It scares me. When you're playing a Kahoot and you reach first place and then get one wrong and go to 12th. You know, I was God once. When you finished a complicated equation and the answer is not a fraction or decimal. Yes. Teachers at start of quarantine. Any student who doesn't have their camera on will be counted absent. Teachers now. Guys, please turn your cameras on. No? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Group work. That one guy who literally does all the group work. Me and the gang playing games and doing everything except the task. The teacher when you make a joke and the whole class laughs at it. Me to teachers I don't like. The teacher having a mental breakdown. Me who caused it. Oh, it's beautiful. If not all students have the aptitude for art and music, then not all students have the aptitude for math and science. Whoa, schools, this is worthless. My teacher left the room during a test, so we all started sharing answers. Then I looked up, and she was staring right at me. Members thinking their lives were hard with the "can I go to the bathroom?" I don't know. Can you? My school who had to say a lavatory. When you stop paying attention in class for 10 seconds and now they're learning quantum physics. Other teachers' immune system. Maths teachers' immune system. 10-year-old me preparing to tell my mom at 9 PM I need glue for my project due tomorrow. The PC I have. The PC I tell my teacher I have. You are muted now. Press Shift plus Command plus A to unmute your microphone. Or press and hold the space key to temporarily unmute. Children must always wear a seatbelt, except if you put 50 of them in one vehicle. When the assignment is due at 12 AM and it's 11:54. Google. Online school is. Online school is bad. Online school is hard. Online school is stressful. Online school is not working. Online school is making me depressed. Online school is making me stressed. Online school is draining. Online school is harder. Online school is a waste of time. Schools. I missed the part where that's my problem. Exam that I didn't study for and took with an empty stomach and headache after getting no sleep. A+. Assignment that hours of effort was put into. F. 50 questions and you are given 60 minutes to do it. 2 questions and you are given 180 minutes to do it. 7-year-old me waiting for my mom to get me from the principal's office after using my taekwondo skills on my 9-year-old bully. Schools love students who actually need help. Students who are already smart. Professors and their go-to phrases. We. Before this semester's over you're gonna be real sick of that phrase. Welcome to hell. Name. Please. Joe. Well, Joe. There are 7 levels of hell. Since your only sin was cheating on a science test in 3rd grade, that means you go to the 1st level. Well, I guess it could be worse. That's the hottest level. Because heat rises. You'd know that if you studied for your test, Joe. Students before Cupid. The school system doesn't care about their students. No. School is important. The administrators are doing their best. Students after Cupid. The school system doesn't care about their students. Yes. When you copy off of 5 people on the test and get the highest grade in the class. Sometimes, my genius, it's almost frightening. The teachers when she says to raise your hand if you want to speak so you and your friend raise your hands and start talking. No, this isn't how you're supposed to play the game. When the class average is 52% and you got a 52.5%, there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. You study and you pass. You don't study and you pass. You don't study and you don't pass. You study and you don't pass. Teacher after putting a 2011 meme at the end of a PowerPoint. I speak the language of the millennial. Normal heartbeat. Deceased heartbeat. When you get the test and you don't know any question. Whenever you say your dog ate your homework and nobody believes you, only it's true, and then you get detention be like, I've eaten your homework and no one will believe you. No one. High school teachers when students pull out their phones during lunch. Middle school teachers when students pull out their phones during lunch. Never. When I submitted my assignment a second late,